Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping into a story that starts out small, with a simple hobby, but then it just explodes. It spirals into something so ambitious, so massive, that it really blurs the line between a model and a full-blown world. It's an incredible tale of passion, a little bit of code, and some truly mind-blowing digital creation.
So let's start with this question right here. How far can a single hobby really go? I mean, for most of us, it's a way to unwind. But what happens when that passion becomes an obsession in the best possible way? Well, this is the story of someone who decided to find out. All right, let's meet our protagonist. He's a German hobbyist who goes by the username BMikeOnline. And on March 31st, 2023, he posted on a forum about a new project. It started out as, a digital model railroad, but it was clear from day one this was going to be something different.
I mean, just look at the scale of his vision. Right there in his first post, he says it all. He wasn't just building a little train set, no. He was going to digitally reconstruct his entire hometown of Nordstemmen. That's a massive 88 square kilometer map. His goal was to make it a living, breathing, digital twin of the real thing.
Now, the tool he's using for this huge undertaking is called EEP. Think of it as the ultimate digital sandbox for model railroad nuts. It lets you build these incredibly detailed, super complex layouts. It's the perfect software if you're the kind of person who wants to build not just a track, but an entire world. And this is the world BMike decided to create.
And the speed he worked at, it was just, wow. He announces the project, and the community immediately lights up with excitement. And then, get this, just 9 days later, he posts an update saying that all the train tracks across that enormous map are fully laid down and already being tested. The foundation was built at an absolutely breakneck pace. But here's where things get really interesting. See, just building inside the software, well, it wasn't enough. The sheer scale of his project started to push up against the software's limits, and this is where BMike's journey took a fascinating turn. He went from being a user of the software to a flat-out inventor. He pretty quickly hit a roadblock. The default railroad crossings in EPP just didn't look or feel right for him. They were kind of clunky, not realistic enough for the super detailed replica he was aiming for. So what does he do? Instead of just settling for good enough, he decides to invent his own solution from the ground up. And the key that unlocked this whole new phase was a programming language called Lua. It's actually embedded right inside EEP, and it lets users write their own scripts to add features that the original developers probably never even dreamed of. For BMike, learning Lua was a total game changer.
And the best part? He didn't just keep this amazing invention to himself. He shared his custom railroad crossing module with the entire EEP community, and the reaction was immediate. People loved it. You can see this comment here from another user, Wasserman50, who was just thrilled with how well the new tool worked. So now, he wasn't just building his world, he was solving problems for everyone. Okay, so he's solved some of the small, nagging problems. Now BMike sets his sights on the biggest challenge of all. How do you actually manage this gigantic, complex virtual world? This led to what I think is his most impressive creation yet, a single, all-powerful command center. A true God mode interface. I mean, seriously, think about that question. How do you control a living world that big from your desk? You've got trains running, cars driving around, weather changing, dozens of cameras. You can't just click around with a mouse anymore. You need a master control panel.
He found the answer in a piece of software called Touch Portal. What this does, and it's brilliant, is it lets him turn a regular old tablet into a completely customized dashboard for his simulation. It's like a physical bridge to his virtual world, giving him direct, hands-on touchscreen control over every single little thing.
And just to give you another little sense of the scale we're talking about here, one of his update videos showed the project status as Build 879. Now, that's not just a version number. That number is a testament to the hundreds, literally hundreds of versions, tweaks, and additions that have been poured into this massive undertaking. So, what can this command center do? The better question is, what can't it do? From his tablet, he can manage this incredibly complex camera system, simulate weather and time, monitor all the traffic, check on his trains in the depot, and he's even built in these special, playful gimmick functions.
Let's just take the camera system alone.
It's not just one system, it's got 4 layers to it. He's got 80 fixed cameras for static views. He's got dynamic cams that automatically follow any train or car he wants. He's got over 40 extra cameras programmed for specific cool-looking cinematic shots. And on top of all that, he even has mobile cameras that glide on invisible tracks to create these amazing, professional-looking pans.
And this just shows you the mind of an inventor, right? He added so much virtual road traffic that he literally started causing his own digital traffic jams. So what did he do? He built a traffic jam warning system to solve the problem he created. If more than 60 cars are standing still, his command center flashes an alert for a potential gridlock. He can even pull up a list of every single stopped vehicle to see what's going on.
But honestly, the real charm, the magic of it all, is in the little personal details. With one button press, he can trigger a Müllab 4, that's a garbage collection simulation, and tiny little trash cans appear outside his own virtual house. Or he can launch Ausflug Mike, which is a joyride in a virtual convertible to tour the world he built. This is the stuff that breathes life into all that code.
So you see, what started as just a plan to map out his hometown has evolved into something so much more. It's become this living, interactive digital ecosystem. It's really a testament to what a single person can create when they just pour all of their passion and their time into a hobby.
And he is nowhere near done. In his own words, just finishing the visual design, placing all the houses, the trees, all those little details, that alone is probably going to take him another 1 or 2 years. This is a true labor of love, a world that is just constantly growing and evolving.
Ultimately, this whole journey just shows us something incredibly powerful. It all started with a simple idea. Hey, I want to build my home. That idea was then supercharged by technology. It was shared with a passionate community of fellow hobbyists, and it grew into something so much bigger than the sum of its parts.
And that really leaves us with one final fascinating thought to chew on. When you have this level of detail, this level of interactivity, this much personal investment, at what point does a project like this stop being just a simulation and actually start becoming a world in its own right?